Hi, I'm Diane Hudson. I'm a certified professional career coach and trainer, and I'm here in the city of Oxford, England today, doing some videotaping and talking about career management and resume writing with my colleague Martin Buckland. And the topic that we're discussing right this moment is job boards. And job boards are kind of an interesting situation all in itself. They were created back in the late 1990s, and they were very effective back then.
Sure they were.
For the first few years. And most people seem to think that a job board is the end all for the resume. It's going to get them a job. So, Martin, what is your top tips for helping people that are navigating the job board jungle out there?
It is a job board jungle. So it makes me cringe when some of my clients, and I ask them a very leading question. Well, what's a percentile of jobs do you think are available on job boards? And some people are so naive, they think it's 100% or 80% or 70%. Well, actually, it's just a few percentile. In Canada, only 9% of jobs are advertised. Here, it's where we are in England, it's about 22%. But even so, job boards are an integral component, but not the be all and end all. People put a lot of work, like 8 hours of their job search time every day into job boards. Well, that's a stupid mistake. You should put the time of applying for jobs and then get out networking. So job boards take a small percentile, but don't put them out of your total 100% job search strategy. But don't make them the be all and end all, because they're not. So count job boards as an integral component, but spend little time. If there are only a few percentile, you don't want to spend 100% of your time, because the rewards won't be there at the other end. And there are plenty of jobs on there, but don't think they're all the jobs, because they're not.
I use job boards as a research tool.
Sure.
And I have my clients pull down positions of interest, and we pulled together several of them and use them as a baseline. And then we take all those keywords that are necessary, and we start to build the resume and the stories, the star stories for the interview process from those baseline announcements. So like you said, it's good to go ahead and apply, but that is sometimes the black hole. Where does that resume go? But if it goes into an applicant tracking system and it doesn't have enough keywords and buzzwords into it, it's not going to get picked up.
Right.
And that's why they're wondering, well, I'm the perfect candidate. Why didn't my resume make it through that job board? Why didn't it make it through? Because it might have had the keywords in there, but it wasn't substantiated, and it didn't differentiate them with those star stories. Yeah.
And then there's what I call the instant effect. People think, oh, I'm going to apply for a job at 10 o'clock in the morning. By 4 o'clock, I should have got a call from that hiring manager. Well, hello, it doesn't work that way. No. Those job board adverts, as they would call them, job notices, are generally on between 4 weeks and 5 weeks. So if you place your resume, or you apply in the first week of that 4 to 5 week cycle, you're not going to hear for about 5 to 6 weeks, because what they do, they close it off after 4 to 5 weeks. Then they take a break of about a week, and they assess all the resumes that are coming in. Generally, there's no rule of thumb here, but generally, and then on the 6th or 7th week, they then call those candidates who are in the pile for a pre-interview and hopefully the interview stage. So don't expect a call within hours or even minutes. I've had clients who screamed at me, oh, I posted at 10 o'clock and it's now 10:25 and I haven't got a call. Well, that's ridiculous. I admire your ambition and your drive, but you need to settle down a little bit, and patience is a virtue with job boards.
And I recommend I recommend to all of my clients to never stop looking for a job until they've actually walked into a new position.
Exactly.
Because they put all their eggs in one basket and they're expecting that phone call that didn't come 10 minutes later. But sometimes it doesn't come, and sometimes it takes many months. My average is probably 6 to 12 months is what it takes my clients to land a position on an average. It doesn't happen. You have to plan for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Plan for it.
And then taking it a step further, Diane, then if you've got one offer on the table, why can't you go for 2 or 3 or even 4? In today's economy, when the global economy, you know, in the US it's doing good, here in the UK it's sort of bottom out because of Brexit and whatever. But then in Canada we're on a roll. The rest of the Europe is on a roll. There are some anomalies to that, but yeah, if you've got one job offer, why not keep pumping away at that job? Don't wait for that job offer, because often those job offers don't come. They don't finish. So you need to keep that. You need to keep feeding the fire, feeding the job search fire, as I call it. And so keep on applying, keep on networking, keep on introducing yourself to executive recruiters, keep on answering all this, and be active in your job search, because you can steer yourself into multiple offers. And then if you're in a multiple offer situation, you are in a good position today.
Yes, absolutely. Well, great. Thanks, Martin, for sharing those tips with us today. I appreciate it.
Well, it was a pleasure. Thank you, Diane.